case, there's no doubt. And like I say, the newest thing, that's why we decided not to talk to Jody anymore, and we wish we would have talked to him from the beginning. Wish we would have just kicked him out the door.
A grieving mother suing the sheriff's office that she says mishandled her son's murder investigation.
If my son's murder investigation is hurt in any way, it's because of the sheriff's office and their incompetence and their employees who aren't trained the way they should be.
She ended up with evidence she should have never gotten her hands on.
Yeah, because I should have never got it back. But I think my biggest thing...
Never got that back. That phone should have went straight to evidence.
The sheriff's office thought Caleb James shot himself. Had his mother not joined forces with the county coroner, the true story of who shot her son might have never been told.
I was just mainly focusing on the evidence that the body was giving me. She actually told us that she had shot this young man.
That confession ended with a murder indictment for the last person to see Caleb James alive.
What was the last thing you said to Caleb?
The lawsuit alleges Darlington County Sheriff James Hudson lied to this mother, failed to supervise his deputies, and his office mishandled evidence. Do you believe that these recordings validated every concern that you had when you first ever met with the sheriff's office to file your first complaint?
They validated every single doubt that I had.
James, McBee High School senior, died on the floor of his girlfriend's bedroom 2 years ago this week, and the sheriff's office thought that he'd committed suicide. Well, now the dead boy's mother is suing the sheriff's office over how it handled the investigation. And James's family claims there wasn't an investigation at all.
At least not until the county coroner stepped in. The coroner's investigation turned the suicide into a murder indictment. And here's Chief Investigator Jody Barr with an update to The Confession, a Queen City News investigation.
Hey, I need to speak to the sheriff, please.
Okay. Do you have an appointment with him?
No.
Jessica Peavy says a lack of trust of the Darlington County Sheriff's Office led her to record her conversations with them. Her trust was lost in the days following her son's shooting death inside his girlfriend's home in May 2021. You made a decision at some point that you felt a need to record your conversations with the sheriff's office. Why?
Because the sheriff is a liar. He's lied the whole time.
Peavy laid out her grievances in this 11-page lawsuit she filed last week against Darlington County Sheriff James Hudson. She alleges Hudson was negligent when he lied to her, failed to supervise his deputies, and his investigator didn't properly handle basic evidence collection. The result? The sheriff's conduct was so extreme and outrageous as to exceed all possible bounds of decency and must be regarded as atrocious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community, causing Peavy emotional distress so severe that no reasonable person could be expected to endure it. Did you not believe that what the sheriff's office was telling you was true?
From the start, the sheriff called me back in June of 2021 after Cassie was charged with involuntary manslaughter. I told him I wanted SLED involved. He told me that he would charge her with murder if I didn't get SLED involved. And so I thought to myself, well, how is he going to charge her with murder when there's been no formal investigation done? That was the first incident that something just didn't seem right.
This is the case file here, Jody.
The lawsuit claims Darlington County Coroner Todd Hardy's office didn't believe Caleb James shot himself, although the sheriff's office believed he did. Hardy kept digging.
After we were told that, the evidence didn't point me in that direction. A couple hours after the incident occurred is when I decided we would take a closer look at it. The things didn't add up to me, that it looked like he had taken his own life, that he had actually pulled the trigger. I didn't think he did.
The sheriff's office closed the investigation days later, marking no follow-up on the incident report. Hardy, though, continued his own investigation.
I said, I want to try asking the young lady, did you do this? And if so, what was your thinking behind that? We asked her if we could, if she would agree to take a polygraph, and she did. She actually told us she had shot this young man.
The coroner says he ordered Darlington County Sheriff's investigator Heather Mays to arrest Cassie Escobar that day. The sheriff's office charged her with involuntary manslaughter. Then months later, Fourth Circuit Assistant Solicitor Kennard Redmond took the evidence he, the coroner, and Jessica Peavy uncovered before the Darlington County grand jury. The grand jury returned a murder indictment against Escobar. Cassie, is there anything you'd like to say? The lawsuit also accuses the sheriff's office of mishandling evidence.
These were the clothes that I got back that he was murdered in.
Our investigation found the sheriff's office didn't collect James's clothes at the autopsy. Instead, the clothes and another crucial piece of evidence were sent back to the funeral home and given to Jessica Peavy.
The pathologist took the phone out of his pocket and put it into the bag to send back with his clothes. And whenever I got the phone, it was dead, and I put it on charge.
Peavy says she tried several times to give investigator Heather Mays her son's cell phone before Mays eventually took it and put it in the evidence locker. Peavy's attorney wrote, "Those criminal charges were brought in spite of the sheriff's office's gross negligence in this matter. Gross negligence so apparent that both the sheriff's chief deputy, Chad McInville, and Sheriff Hudson personally admitted to the plaintiff the obvious failures to follow basic investigative evidence protocols, both having admitted that Caleb's phone should have never been returned and should have instead been collected as evidence."
Chad, this office has pushed me through the floor for months.
Peavy's lawsuit includes this recording with the sheriff's chief deputy, Chad McInville. She recorded this conversation in the sheriff's office lobby the day after Cassie Escobar's indictment.
I'm the one that found his cell phone, and the coroner told me something wasn't right about this that night.
Well, nobody told us nothing wasn't right that night, but the cell phone, I wish it would have went. Most of the time with autopsies, you might remember we picked up autopsies, we take everything straight to sled.
That's part of it, Chad.
It didn't go so much.
Wasn't done right.
Like, I shouldn't have got his clothes and his cell phone.
Shouldn't. He should have went straight to sled the way it used to do it. It used to.
I had to find all those messages, and I had to clean his bloody clothes, and I brought that phone here with the messages, and I begged somebody to look at them.
Peavy later recorded this call with Sheriff James Hudson.
But I tried giving Heather the cell phone for weeks, and she wouldn't take it. She said that she had to get a warrant.
That's something else I've been hearing about too, that I'm trying to figure out. Why didn't she take the cell phone, and how did Miss Peavy get the cell phone back after it came back from the autopsy?
Yeah, because I should have never got it back. But I think my biggest thing...
Never got that back. That phone should have went straight to evidence. And some of the things that I'm hearing about, I'd have never done that. No phone, number one, coroner or no coroner, that phone should have went into evidence.
I'm keeping them in safekeeping for as long as I can, because that's really the only thing I have left.
As for the lies, Peavy says the sheriff told her, she points to this Facebook post lead investigator Heather Mays posted in April 2022. Mays resigned weeks after our investigation aired. She posted this after we asked her why she resigned. Mays wrote that our report wrongly portrayed her as incompetent, untrained, and all-around unqualified to work as an investigator. Mays made the public post on a platform where my words will remain my own and not changed to fit your agenda. And she resigned to take back my freedom of speech and expose some of the people in Darlington County for who they really are. I refuse to allow the deficiencies and incompetence of other organizations in this area to use me as a scapegoat, as Todd Hardy and Your Story, The Confession did. Peavy says she noticed 4 people reacted to the post, all 4 with personal connections to Cassie Escobar.
Roommates, people who live with her, work with her, her family.
So you call the sheriff, and the sheriff tells you as of that date, the date that the Facebook post was made, that investigator was no longer with the sheriff's office.
Yes, that's what he told me.
But Mays' resignation letter shows her last day was April 14th, 6 days after Peavy called the sheriff. Peavy says someone sent her this video that appears to show Mays working a funeral detail, and she got even more evidence the next day.
I found out that was a lie. I was tipped off. People sent me messages and told me that they seen the investigator working in the county vehicle. So one day I was on my way to town and I passed her myself in the county vehicle. So I turned around, went by her home. She lives not far from me, and there she was standing on her porch in the county uniform with the county vehicle in her yard.
But he told you she was no longer employed.
He did.
Was that true?
No, that was far from the truth.
The lawsuit alleges the sheriff lied because he knew Mays' Facebook post was wrong, atrocious, and intolerable to the point they lied about the individual being employed. Sheriff, you got a second? Long before we aired the confession investigation, we asked Sheriff James Hudson for an interview so he could explain in his own words what happened with Caleb James's death investigation. Hudson would not schedule that interview, so we found him outside his office last year. Do you admit that your office made some mistakes in this case?
It would be handled in court.
Would you do anything differently now?
It would be handled in court, Mr. Barker. That's the only thing I can tell you.
And you don't think
when that court did come, I don't know.
You don't think you don't think you owe the public an explanation as to what happened here?
It will be handled in court, and we're gonna handle it in court, and we hope that Ms. Peavy get justice. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Do you think that your department's actions may jeopardize that justice?
I think by you put this gun out would jeopardize that.
Do you think you'll ever be in a position to forgive the sheriff's office?
One day, but today's not that day.
We asked Sheriff Hudson for an interview about the lawsuit. The sheriff initially told us he'd issue a statement, but later told our Jody Barr his attorney advised him to not say anything. Sheriff must file a formal answer to the lawsuit within the next 30 days.